Hi, my name is Jahaziel Hooks, and this is my persuasive speech. My overall goal was to show you guys a dark time that I had, but to also show you that how I persevered and how I'm here today. I graduated high school class of 2022, and I attended for my freshman year at Jacksonville State. So I ended up having twins basically leaning on to me dropping out that year. And so one day we had an appointment while I was at work. The appointment was an hour away. So to fast forward, we drove to our appointment and we got the news that my kid's mother, she was dilating, meaning that she was starting to become premature, which premature meaning that the kids are may come have a possibility of coming early. Sorry. And so after we got that news, we were then moved to Birmingham. She was rushed to Birmingham Hospital. And so I later after she was rushed there, I drove there. And so from that day on, it just went, it just went, it just went. That's all I can say. It's tired hospital stay because I believe it could have been accurate, but for 2 months we stayed in UAB hospital just waiting on news, etc. And so basically just got the news that, our kids are gonna be coming early. So every day was just a tough day. We were laying every night waiting for new news, hospital food every day. Not saying it was bad, but just like it messes up your mental sometimes. Just every day you wake up to in the hospital waiting on new news about your kid. And so this is my firstborn, Kaori, the one I lost. She ended up coming at 23 weeks, I believe, which is too early. The earliest that a newborn could be saved or a preemie could be saved or kept in a NICU is I think 20, 24, 25 weeks. And so she wasn't that. And so um so I'm trying my hardest not to tear up or anything, but I ended up we ended up, you know, she came early, but she was at 23 weeks, so she ended up not being able to make it. Like at 23 weeks, they can't breathe on their own without the help. So yeah, that's Kaori. Um, the way I coped sometimes during that time was honestly, I didn't want to disclose like the whole messages, but I had a diary. Um, with Kaori, I still speak to her sometimes every now and then. That's my firstborn, so it's not really easy, It wasn't easy when I seen her my first time seeing her, holding her, as you see in this picture. Or honestly, you can see in this one. This was my first time holding her when after she was born. And honestly, at that time, I couldn't. All I could do was just cry. I was like, when she was born, I broke into tears, and I still ask myself to this day, sometimes, like, I don't know if I was crying because I knew I was going to lose her, or just because I was my firstborn. But sometimes what made it more troubling, like, it really gets deeper. Something like I honestly had to choose between my kids' life or their mothers. So it's like the longer we waited to see if they were going to make it or not, the more it caused or it put her in danger. So we was honestly I had to make a decision, her or the kids. And honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, I chose to just let them go, honestly, which still affects me to this day. I chose honestly to let them go and to just like save their mother because in my head, okay, they weren't even here yet. We could always try again. So yeah. Back to Kaori. I still use my diary to this day, coping with her. This is her older sister, Kiari, which is that's her now. She's honestly my reason for why I do everything. This situation honestly taught me that like there are no accidents. Everything happens for a reason. Um, this situation honestly grew my faith with God, my relationship with everything. I still think about that situation a lot to this day because, as I said, it gets way deeper than honestly how I'm putting it. The mental toughness, the challenges that we have to face in there, It was honestly a lot. Like 18, 19 years old for one, being a parent that young is already troubling. But then also losing a child, that's not. I promise you, that's not nothing easy. Um, is really tough. I still think about it to this day. I imagine how it would be if I had both of my daughters. Um, but yeah, but Kiara, now she's 2 years old. She just turned two in May. Kaori was came early, but she was born on May 18th, and Kiara was born on May 30th. So they were twins. Like in the womb, they were inseparable, always back and forth. I still remember those days going to certain appointments, just seeing the X-rays and just seeing them clash. Like it was an amazing journey, like up until that point, and it was still an amazing journey. But Kiara ended up coming at 26 weeks, so she was able to make the NICU. So we waited for Kiara. After Kiara was born in the NICU, we didn't have to stay every night. So we was coming in visiting to see Kiara on and off, just watching her grow. And watching her grow probably be like one of the things that I hold dearest to me. Like I've honestly witnessed my daughter battle from the NICU to the big girl that she is now. She's perfectly healthy, everything. Like um I don't know where my picture went, but I put here just to keep going, Um I'm a big believer of everything happens for a reason, like I said. I just want to let you guys know that you see how this situation was really troubling for me. Like I said, it's really hard not tearing up. Like I'm honestly stopping myself from tearing up because I don't really disclose this because like I'm really a personal person, so I don't really share this kind of stuff. But honestly, this is me just letting you guys know that like everything happens for a reason. You can get through it. Just have your faith in God, your family, 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 family. I promise you, nobody's going to be there for your family's there for you. Waking up every day, knowing I still have to be the best dad I can be, the best man I can be, example I can be for my little girl is honestly what keeps me going. Um, that's my goal. I still, as you seen in my diary, I still, this is just my coping